Hello, my name is Brian Martin. Welcome to Business Conversations. We are here in McDonough at Motorhead, and I'm with Mr.
Steve McDonough.
Steve McDonough, and I'm excited to have him here, to actually have me here with him. We'll go through as normal. You know, the show is about talking to folks who are in business and transition from being an employee to being the employer. Now he owns this restaurant and bar that he's here. Let him explain who and what he does. Steve?
Okay. Well, we're Motorheads Bar and Grill in McDonough, Georgia. We are a restaurant and live music venue. We've been in business now for almost 10 years. Just kind of happened into the business, actually. But we pretty much look for anybody that's wanting to come out, have a good time in a nice, safe environment, want good food.
Oh, that's awesome.
We provide live music every weekend. We have something going on just about every night of the week.
Wow,
so
that's
it's something for everybody.
All right. You've been, you said, for 10 years?
Yes, we have.
For 10 years, man. So kind of give me the story, the background about how you guys got to own and the employee before, now you own the place.
Well, it just kind of happened. I was actually friends with the original owner's son, went to high school with him and everything. I was transitioning out of finance at the time. I came up here and actually ran the bar for him for about a year and a half.
Nice.
Met my wife. She was a bartender up here. And life went the way it went. We both actually left here. I went back into finance, and she went to another restaurant and bartended there for a couple of years. The owners asked her to come back to build the daytime business back up so they could sell it. And
okay, they're getting ready to sell then.
They were. They sold out to another couple. Never ran a bar before, but my wife they had pretty much trained her to do the business end of it.
Wow. Okay.
So she was pretty much doing the business end of it for these people, and they couldn't cut it, and they were going to close the doors. And my wife pretty much convinced me that she could do it and she could bring the customers back and build the business back up. So we took a chance, and we've been here now for 10 years.
Wow. Now, was that like a long conversation? Was it like, hey, honey, let's just I can do it? And you said, sure, let's go ahead and get it done, hon.
Well, we had talked about it for several months beforehand, but we had just never really taken the leap. And then it actually came down to the day they were going to close the doors.
Wow.
And it just worked out, stars aligned, and all the old customer base had come back to kind of see the bar off.
To see it,
and so we already had it was a great marketing opportunity right there,
right?
Because they all knew both of us, and it brought back a lot of the old customers that we had. And since then, we've been building it and bringing in new customers. So.
Wow. So did you ever think about having your own business before that time, or just?
I think everybody thinks of having their own business, but it's just a matter of actually finding that niche and getting into the market.
Now, during that time, was there anyone that encouraged you while you were trying to get prepared to buy it? You know, anyone? You know, there's always the naysayers out there sometimes where someone says, no, don't do this, kind of too big of a deal to deal with. Or, I guess you guys just encourage each other.
It was pretty much just my wife encouraging me that she could do it.
Yeah, right.
So, because, I mean, neither one of us had really ever owned a business.
Right.
I mean, other than she'd been in the business as an actual bartender for about 15 years. So,
okay, gotcha.
She understood the business end of it, but the behind the scenes stuff and everything, that was kind of, we had to fumble through that for the first few years, and that was an experience all on its own. So
now, what do you think the difference in between actually being an employee and being an owner? What is the big difference there?
Oh, buck stops with you. I mean, you're responsible for the performance of the business. I mean, you have to really know what you're doing, who your customer base is, and when you get into the business, you really need to do your research to get the pricing right and know who your competition is, and basically find your market.
Right. Now you mentioned the bands. Do you have a pretty good band following? Do you think, as far as the groups that come in here?
We have a great following with bands. We stay booked usually 2 or 3 months in advance, and we're constantly, I would say probably 30%, 40% of the phone calls we get during the day are bands trying to get in the door and just get their foot in the door and everything for an opportunity to play here.
So wow, that's good. What we'll do, we'll give you a number and stuff at the end, and any bands can call you up, right?
Absolutely.
So that's cool. Okay. Would you encourage people who are working for someone to think about transitioning into owning their own business, or do you think it's not for everyone?
Well, I would encourage anyone that thinks they could do it to try it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's for everyone,
Right.
but I mean, you just really you really have to know what you want to do. You have to. I would say it. I mean, if you see a need out there and no one is addressing that need, that's where your opportunity lies. And then it's a matter of doing your homework,
Right.
finding out if there's actually a market out there that's going to sustain a business, and really just do your homework.
Yeah.
Get in it and find out what it's going to cost you to start it up. Find out what licenses you have to have, because you have to have a business license or they'll shut you down. Plain and simple. But
Right.
And get your feet wet.
Get your feet wet. That's really cool, man. I love the story. Husband and wife met here. That is, and now you own it. Now you guys pretty much own McDonough, right? That's awesome.
Well, I wouldn't say we own McDonough, but we do have the entertainment end of it. So
that is awesome. Very good. What advice would you give someone? You did say earlier, as far as doing their research, you know what I mean. But as far as a business, just top of mind, what could you give advice to someone? Not, of course, you're in the restaurant business, service industry, basically, right? What would be just an idea or a thought or a word of advice, other than the research portion, about going into business? And that's kind of a tough question, really, but. No, because a lot of the people, just so that you know, they watch this, and like you said, everyone they want to go into business. They want to do something themselves, be an entrepreneur, but they don't quite know, just the right things to do as far as getting prepared for that.
Well, I think the biggest thing is, really just know the area that you want to be in. And once you do go into business, treat everybody fairly, because your best advertising is going to be your customer base. They're going to go out, if they come in and they have a terrible time, they're going to go out and tell 20 people how bad of a time they had.
Oh man!
But but same thing goes. If they have a great time, they're going to go out and tell 20 people that oh man, this is the place to be. So
nice.
Either way, you want to treat people the way that you want to treat them the way you want to be treated. Treat them fairly, and always give back to your community that you're in. We do a ton of fundraisers here for different organizations. We've done a lot of the U.S. military vets foundations, Wounded Warriors. We've done the service dog industry, doing different fundraisers for them. Different people in the community that have lost loved ones. We've done little poker runs and things to raise money for funeral costs and stuff like that. So just giving back to the community that supports you is extremely important in this business. So.
Yeah, that is really, really strong. Well, listen, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. A great man. I just met this guy a couple of weeks ago, right?
Oh, yeah.
We had a good time just talking. I thought, man, this would be a great interview. So hope you enjoyed it. His name and number is going to be at the bottom here. But, again, it's motorheadbar.com.
Yep.
Right? And, again, you can like him on Facebook. Right?
Yes, Motorheads. Motorheadsbar.com. You can like us on Facebook. You can follow us on Twitter. And phone number here is 770-898-0008.
All right. And I'm Brian Martin. This is Steve. This is Business Conversations. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time. Have a good day, people.
Thank you.